Right, and we are back. So, we are now in the Palace District, which is a lot bigger than the other two areas. There's still some in the army and whatnot. I've got to put my party on hold after the last one, so off we go this way. Same as last time, a lot of darkspawn. You can call in the army. I think we'll bring the dwarves out this time. What's going on here? Ah, so I'm playing on Possessed, man. Of Ogren. Look, Possessed down here. I don't want to go Possessed, I want to implement my own commands. There we go. Wait, what the fuck? I don't play on Possessed. Weak points can stay on. Shadow form. I'm not that interested in shadow form. So I've called out the dwarves this time. We've already lost 4. Believe it or not. So obviously I could play on Possessed and just, you know, absolutely just sit back and we can just have a nice chat. Nothing to worry about. I haven't even got fucking momentum on, man. There we go. Yeah, move through the city, robbing treasure chests. That's out in the open for some reason. With split me on it. Don't understand that. I've got a bit shady shit down here. I mean, there's not much to do down there. I just thought I'd show you it. I see at this point in the game, technically, I don't think there's a lot that will even be worth looting. Everyone's going to die. There we go, Morgan. So we're going to get ourselves right up in the mixer. Right up in the mixer. And I'm going to do them blight. There we go. Do them with the blight. It actually gives everyone a chance to restore a little bit of history there. As we fight in shrieks. But
and so I shall.
I mean, here we are, making our way. Oh, Legion of the Dead! Legion of the Dead! Legion of the Dead! The Legion are here! Sorry, I got all excited there for the Legion of the Dead. I do enjoy the Legion of the Dead. I think I said before that I always try to convince the Legion of the Dead to fight. I do really enjoy the Legion of the Dead. As you can see, you can click on the other ones but nothing happens. I have the dwarves now. We use the mages. We've used the elves. We're now on the dwarves. And now, we're at the top. So, let's continue on. Seeing what we can save. I mean, it gets real awkward up here.
That's a trap.
There might be a trap, but thankfully I disarmed it just in fucking time for my idiot team ran through it. So. How far is Doom with the blight? Not as far as I would like. It's obviously definitely just the area of effect. It's not even an area of effect, it's more personal, isn't it? It's personal range than area of effect, obviously. But it is useful, it is useful. I remember this being a lot more difficult. That's because they aren't finished sending the enemies at us yet. That could possibly be why. Fucking idiot boy over here. Bye, Mr. Shake. So I mean, this is it. You know, We make our way through it. We only lost 9 dwarves there. So, this area is now safe. The Royal Palace is a bit fucked like, but you know, it is what it is. So we move into Fort Dracon. Our final venture here is into Fort Dracon. Now this video is still going to have quite a fucking lengthy time. I mean, that first chunk I just done was an hour and we hadn't even hit Fort Dracon yet. We've still got Fort Dracon to go through the ending. And I'm going to take a bit of time at the camp for me non-viewers to hear what I want to do after this. So we're just going to continue on through here. City of Denerim. Deo. Deo. Got to have a bowl of Kellogg's fruit and fiber. Breakfast come and me want some fun. What's Fort fucking Dracon wants to load anyway? Come on, Dracon. Let's get you loaded, son. Come on. Get us in there for an Archdemon to kill. Redoran to avenge. Redoran to avenge? I will say though, if you choose to keep Logain alive, let Logain get the final kill on the Archdemon. The Archdemon dies, Logain dies, yourself and Alistair live, and you know, Logain gets to make up for his past transgressions with a lovely sacrifice. Has it crashed? Has it finally decided to crash here, has it? Has Dragon Age Origins finally decided it's had enough? Is that what's happening here? Maybe one frame. Oh no, there we go. So we'll bring the men out here. Barricades, dragons, darkspawn. I just realised I'm yet to summon an ally. Tell you what, we'll bring a bear out. No. A wolf. Let's get a wolf. And I've got my very own blight wolf to help me now. Somewhere. There it is. There we go. We'll have a nice little blight wolf out. Why not? So I'm going to move straight up here. And my plan is to get... I want to get rid of the 3 big boys at the top here first. And the Griffith paralysis. Obviously. I meant to do that. Oh. Huge canals top. A lovely little dragon here, which can roar and stun and overwhelm and my wolf's still going. Oh man, fucking gangbanging that poor again, look. Gangbanging the poor cunt, he's still fucking, he's just sitting there alive. Oh yeah, can't be doing that. I know we don't like the darkspawn, but you know, I draw the line of gangbanging the poor lad, like, come on. At least kill him. So, the closer we get to the Archdemon, the more and stronger the enemies get. As you've probably noticed. Still nothing for us, so we can still we still make short work of it as we finally head inside Fort Dracon. Dracula Laboratories. Nuridor and Cataract was right. The fucking Dracula Laboratories here and all. Laboratories? But still, we press on. We are going to absolutely slaughter this Archdemon. And give it this dwarf, isn't this dwarf? This dragon a taste of dwarven steel right up its jacksy. As my friend Norrie would say. Now this version of Dragon Age does come with all the DLC, obviously. This is the Ultimate Edition. I hate Awakenings though. Like, I absolutely hate Awakenings for no reason other than the fact I just don't enjoy it. I mean, it's a good game and everything, you know, it's alright to play, it is fun, but it's just, I don't know what it is, I just can't get away with it. The Darkspawn Chronicles are fun, but I don't think we'll be doing the Darkspawn Chronicles neither. I'm trying to think what else there is. That's entertaining. Golems of Amgarak is nothing major really. There's not much to do about that. I know for a fact I'm doing which one. 100% we're doing which one. Those who've learned the combat move metallic can backstab from a wider angle of attack. I can backstab you in the side. Backstab you in the side. Do 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 do. Finally, and here we are in Fort Dracon with a lot of dead Darkspawn. I mean a lot of dead Darkspawn and Denerim guards. So you see, there's nothing I can upgrade here. None of my weapons, my armor, anything. I am running the best of what I can run at the minute on each individual class, but it still does not stop me from looking everywhere, especially in places like the Chantry Hall in Fort Dracon. The private documents that, like, what am I supposed to do with them at this point in the game? Come on. There's always a chance a pile of books rewards you with a codex. I will not be going for all the codexes. Look at all these dead Darkspawn. And shades now? I guess we don't just get to fight Darkspawn here, we get to fight some demons. Yes. I mean, they're just shades. Lesser shades at that, so like, they just fall. Oh no, again that Conjurer has no physical resistance or magical, so like, we just get to drop this dude. Happy as Larry. winter enchanter robes there, if you want or need them. Personally, I'm just going to continue on through Fort
I
Dracon.
would watch out where I.
Now, I can 100% disarm this tripwire. Oh, there we go. I am not getting exploded. Devouring corpses as well now. And unfortunately, Doom of the Blighted only works in Dark Squad. I am surrounded by undead. Let's start taking care of these. No need to rush to my aid, Alistair. I am quite generally okay. I mean, they're still full of corpse gal. There's left Morrigan. Don't ever leave Morrigan. Ever. What the fuck are you playing at leaving Morrigan? You're not allowed to leave Morrigan. She must be protected at all costs. And so obviously we've got the kennels here with the door that we can't go through. And I've just realised my wolf is dead. So let's get my wolf back. I do prefer the blight wolf over the blight spider or the blight bear. Everybody's different. I just think the wolf looks cooler. And I like it. That's all there is to it, really. Not much more to see on that matter. So we have full access to Denerim's stock of equipment here, and you know, we get a look at what equipment they're hiding in their vaults, and we get to understand why they fucking lost, or why they got swept by these darkspawn so easily. As you can see, they've got nothing usable or even half decent. Like, they're just getting. There's a reason they got swept. The fact that they still give us chests with money in at this point in the game is, I think, absolutely stupid. I mean, it's random what's in the chest, and I'm going to do my best to hide this little character over here. But we've got Sandal.
Enchantment?
What happened, Sandal?
Enchantment!
Sandal has no idea what's going on, but Sandal has killed all of these darkspawn.
Enchantment?
I do believe Borden's dead though. I think it's just pretty much the same stock of what they had back in Redcliffe there. It is, but if you want, you know, more damage against darkspawn, if you're not dealing enough, or more poultices, which I might grab some of them, to be honest with you. What I need to do is I think I need to set up a fucking stamina regen on Zevrani there. Again, warmth bombs is something you could pick up. We are going to be fighting on a dragon. I want to do it without, but you could if you want to. So yeah, Sandal has fought a load of darkspawns there, and now onto the second floor of Fort Dracon. We are going to move through Fort Dracon and kill this Archdemon today. I didn't think we'd do this in so few episodes, to be honest. I was expecting it to take longer. I guess the episode length that I choose to do does make it a bit easier. I do tend to do longer episodes. I mean, even still, I wasn't expecting to get through it this quickly. Once a stupid thing, fucking loud. The ancient Tevinter Imperium, ruled by the Magisters and powerful blood magic, once spread all over Thetis. Many of its ruins still remain in Ferelden even today. Yes, they do. One of which we found at the Dalish camp. And the Basilian Forest ruins. I think the only Tevinter ruins we find in this game. Maybe it's the ones at Haven. Maybe it's... Yeah, I mean, I suppose the Haven temple ruins and beyond would be Tevinter ruins. I guess. But... who cares about the Tevinter ruins, baby? We are here to slaughter Darkspawn. We are here to slaughter Darkspawn. Once the game fucking lows. Once it fucking loads, it takes forever to load. Do 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 do. It will load eventually. At some point. Eventually. Eventually. I swear to God, Denerim and Fort Draco. Eventually.
Sense of theme.
Finally. Fucking finally. So we are up on floor 2. I think this is just, yeah, mostly restoratives. Restoratives, a few traps. I mean, you can make use of traps in Fort Dracon, to be honest.
Of course.
This is the one I don't like. I don't like this floor. For some reason, some wise ass somewhere thought it'd be a good idea to make the second floor of Fort Dracon a fucking maze.
And so I shall.
I mean, it's just full of beds and baths. It's like a fucking...
Lovely.
This is like a little orgy room. Everyone comes here and starts sucking each other's toes and sniffing the feet and that. And sometimes I should think before I speak, maybe. So, same as last time, we just jump through these fucking warlocks, these Kenlocks. That's a fucking nice action pose this pause up there. I like it, I like it. Yeah, I do. It was nice. So,
As you desire.
so we look at the map. I suppose we'll go down here first. No harm. To the kitchen. No kitchen stuff. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Who's supposed to make us a bit of buttered bread or a bit of toast for saving all of Denerim? There's no cunt here. As you can see, our end goal is to get through that door there. Now imagine being invited to Fort Dracon and this is what you turn up to. You turn to bedrooms where the only privacy you've got is a fucking dresser. Like what is this? Seriously. What are these rooms meant to be? If not orgy rooms. Get yourselves in the rooms and get rattled the fuck. Oh, an assassin.
See there? That's a trap.
Another assassin. A master assassin. There we go. Rid of all them traps there.
And so I shall.
Let's see, I'm checking all these things here, but I mean there's nothing here that's going to interest us, and I don't even remember which way I fucking came here. I think it's our first time seeing the Genlock assassins. I don't think we've seen the assassins before, have we? Which way did I come in that way? So as you can see, if we walk through that door, we just get fucking ambushed. I guess which door we have to go through? That door. Obviously that door. So I mean, our route round. Technically this way, I think. So we'll go deal with the ambush first. Cause like, I think this is hilarious. I mean, honestly, if you've got anything that you can throw at this point in time, any bombs, anything like that, this will sure shall be the time to do it. But I have a mage. I have a Morrigan. I don't need to throw jack shit. I have a Morrigan. Can you put your weapons? There we go. Fucking hell. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing in here apart from a few Genlocks to kill, but I do like the fact that they set up like their own little ambush. I hope if they walk in this room, they don't have to come into. We'll be ready.
Lovely.
With all these archers here at the ready, and they still fail to fucking shoot. Like, come on. Arrows should have just been trained on the door, and the minute the door opened, just So we've got 3 enemies here. 2 ogres and an emissary. That is this room. But without survival, you don't see the ogres. So, is the emissary down? One ogre done. I'm going to yell so the other ogre doesn't move. As I go through. A cutscene. I'm stabbing the ogre but being the wrong way around. As you can see, I'm over there. Should be here. Yeah, I'm even going to try to understand what the fuck happened there. To be honest. Not even going to attempt it.
As you desire.
Whoops. So, this is the place with all the treasure.
Lovely.
Like literally, this is the place where it's preparing you. Like, the supplies you get here are nutty. This is preparing you because, as you can see from that there, that takes us to the roof. After this room, there is only the Archdemon. You can take absolutely everything from these chests and make sure you have enough healing and stamina regen and mana regen rather to get through this. And Morrigan's now a level 38. I have no idea. I don't know, demonologist. I don't fucking care at this point, to be honest with you. To be completely honest. There's not much at this point you can do really. that's going to make any difference to to what's about to happen. Let's look at all the elemental stuff, and maybe his repulsion failed. No, we're going to finish that. But Alison's hit 38 and all, yeah. Why not everything? Why did he get so many less points? I don't know what to make, Alistair. Oh, what about an emerald knight? It makes no fucking difference at the end of the day, regardless what I make, Alistair. What's gonna give him that? We'll give him them. Ooh, we can get all this now. Cool. Grievous Insult and Massacre. Zevran 38? Of course. So Zevran's now going to be an absolute unit along with me. I'm actually going to make Zevran a duelist. Duelist, I think, is a very underrated specialization from the little bit of time I've had playing as a rogue. I don't think it's utilized enough. Does this change tactics at all? Let's find out. Controller. Yeah, it's still pretty much the same. Alistair is a defender. Zevran is a scrapper. Well, yeah, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty fucking nutty, if I'm completely honest, because we go into this. I'm at 114, 61 with 45 strength. Morgan is at 129 magic with 70 willpower. Alistair's at 106 strength, 53 con. Zevran's at 93 con and 66 dex with 46 strength. And I don't know how. I don't know why this has happened. I'm very, very confused as to why we've all suddenly flew up the fucking levels. But onto the rooftop, we have an Archdemon to kill. What about only two remain, Orzammar and Khal Sharok right now? I don't think you ever get to go to Khal Sharok. Maybe it's an Inquisition. What to Khal Sharok on one of the Inquisition DLCs? I know you don't in 2. What do you in 2? Is that where the red lyrium is? I'm not 100% sure. Khal Sharok. I think Khal Sharok's in the second one, and maybe it's the Inquisition. I still need to play Veilguard, to be honest. I've heard a lot of bad things about it, but I tend to reserve judgment until I play it myself. I just judge games on how easy it is to break them by normal means. And if I hadn't patched this one, every party member would have been max level after fucking Lothering. But I digress. We are about to go and fetch. We're going to go fetch the Archdemon. We'll fetch him. We're going to go kill him. Go stab him. Stab the fuck out of him, to be honest with you. This Archdemon is going to die. You're all going to die down here. But still. We shall do it. We shall slay the Archdemon. We shall be the heroes of Ferelden. It will be fun and games and stuff. Once it fucking loads. I swear to God, this game has rigs working so hard for nothing. Like, it just makes it hard for itself, harder on itself. It shouldn't be anything that's difficult to load here. But yet, it's going to do it. It's going to make it difficult. For whatever reason that may be. Maybe yes. Maybe no. Miss Moneypenny. Miss Moneypenny. Penny Pincher! Come on, come on, come on. Get us in front of that Archdemon. Some ass kicking to be done. Gonna slap a bitch. Oh. There we go. Let's fucking They have a dragon. Munches and punches. I bet that's like what stepping on a spider's like for us. So here we have it. The final showdown. We're gonna make this demon arch its back. This demon's gonna arch its back for us, we're gonna fuck it and it's gonna die. Now, can I pause and move around the map a bit here? No, I can't. Okay. Okay, I wanted to try and pause and move around the map a bit, but I can't. So you'll notice there's ballista here that we can use. I'm gonna get Mark of Death on. I would also like to summon a wolf. If you don't mind, Archdemon. Yeah, straight in with that feint, but it disappeared. I love how Archdemons here as well. Like Archdemons not gonna let us go through this alone. Why don't I just feint step down? Stop running away, you absolute fucking pussy tat. Now the thing here though, right, is this thing does... If I just broke it by 100 solar. Oh, there we go. So every so often the Archdemon will fly off to somewhere and you get deal with some regular first enchanted Urban's here. So we've got first enchanted Urban, we've got Archdemon, we've got Cardol. Cardol has turned up to back us up. If you don't remember Cardol, obviously he is what you call it? Cardol is the leader of the army of the dead. I mean, I'm just going to end it now by hitting the Archdemon, considering it's almost dead. I pulled its soul out of its body. But yeah, Cardol does come up here to join us. I think if you just choose to stay the werewolf inside the Zathrian, the Zathrian's up here with you as well. Oh, that noise. There's Van Tegan swinging his sword. Got a giant metal cock in his hands. And there is the death of the Archdemon. It is gone. The blight is no more. And the darkspawn are now going to run away back to the deep roads, where there'll just be the dwarves' problems and nobody else cares. Is essentially what happens here. That is it. That was the final battle. That is the Archdemon. Defeated, vanquished, dead, vamoose, gone. See you later, bitch. And now we watch the credits roll. And again, it's going to take forever to load. Eventually, it's going to load. At some point, I'm sure. It will load at some point. I am sure. It takes a while. As it slowly loads. Very slowly. Very slowly. Extremely slowly. At some point in time. Hey, it's offloading. There we go.
It was over. With the Archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads.
I love how Duncan's
They
narrating
would
the end
remain
here.
a threat in the years to come. But the blight had been ended before it had truly begun.
The blight was
Reldon
ended
had
before
been
it truly
saved,
begun, except it had
The
begun, you
entire
absolute
kingdom
fucking
rose
spanner.
up to joyously greet its new king and queen. Grey Wardens stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
Not much, really. Like, what cost would there have been? I helped the dwarves, broke the werewolf's curse, saved Redcliffe, saved Denerim. Like, as it loads again. And loading and loading and loading and loading. It will eventually finish loading and loading and loading. I'm sure. I'm sure. It will happen eventually. I'm sure it will happen eventually. It will finish at some point. It will load eventually. And we can get on to the rest of it. It just takes for fucking ever. Come on, game. Hey, it's loading. The music has started. Let's go. Hey,
My friends,
it's finally
we
fucking
are gathered
loaded.
to celebrate those responsible for our victory. Of those who stood against the Darkspawn siege of Denerim, there is one in particular who deserves commendation.
Yep.
The one
Morgan,
who
which
led
is
the
not here.
final charge against the Archdemon remains with us still. An inspiration to all he saved that day. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the hero of Ferelden.
Morgan.
The first Grey Warden to defeat the
No, no,
blight
Morgan.
since Garahel 4 centuries ago.
It would be cool if it was Morgan.
My friend, it is hard to imagine how you could have aided Ferelden more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favor. Is there any boon that you might request of Ferelden's king? If it is within my power, I will grant it.
Oh, what boon would we like? Boondocks? I want land granted to the
I think
dealers.
that can be accomplished.
Give me
The
my dealers
hinterlands
land.
to the north of the Korkari Wilds, including Ostagar, are hereby granted to the Dalish elves. It's rugged land, and there will be much for us to work out, but let's hope this is just the first step in our people working together.
There we go.
Let it
We
also be
secured
known
some land
that
for the
Arling
dealer
of
shells.
Amaranthine, once the land of Al How, is now granted to the Grey Wardens.
We get
There
Amaranthine,
they can rebuild, following the example of those who went before them.
which is where Awakeness takes place.
What are your plans? Will you remain with the Grey Wardens?
I intend to find
My
Morgan.
impression was that she didn't want to be found. But I understand completely. There's a group of Ferelden citizens waiting outside to get a look at their hero.
Like I said, is my plan. I'm not
I
going to
suggest you
Amaranthine.
make at least a brief appearance before they storm the gate.
I am going to find Morgan.
Just tell the guard at the door when you're ready.
Not me, Mike. Amaranthine can get fucked. This is it. This is the end of Dragon Age Origins. Our quest log is empty.
So, we made it. I'm impressed, aren't you? The odds were completely against one of us actually getting to the Archdemon. But of course you would make it. I knew you would. I guess Morrigan was telling the truth after all. About the ritual.
About the ritual that
The
Nick's
rest of the
talking
Grey
about.
Wardens haven't arrived yet from Morlaix. But they've already sent questions. What should I tell them?
Tell them the truth.
Then a Maleficar saved you and then ran off? I'm not sure you want that. Or Morrigan, or me even. No, I suppose I'll just keep that to myself. I can shrug and look stupid. It's a talent.
Don't undersell yourself,
Speaking of
Alistair.
Morrigan, do you know where she went? I'm told she vanished right after the battle. No goodbyes or anything.
I don't know
Good
where, but I will
riddance,
find
Isaac.
it. Hey!
At any rate, I can see Arleman giving me that look. More
Watch
keen
yourself,
stuff,
Alistair.
I
You're not allowed to
suppose.
speak about my raven-haired witch wife like that.
And if I don't get the
Fucking
chance
knobhead.
some other time, thanks. For everything.
This is hardly
You're
goodbye.
leaving, aren't you? And I'm not. I guess we'll see how things play out. Though this certainly feels like an ending. At least for now. I'll let you get to your adoring public. They want to see the hero of Ferelden, and who am I to keep them waiting?
So that's the thing. The hero, obviously you meet Morrigan in Inquisition. And Morrigan has the baby of the hero of Ferelden. I want to talk to Minora.
Allow me to offer you my personal congratulations, Warden.
Please address me
I
by
must
my name.
admit that while I did not share my father's pessimism regarding the Grey Wardens, I had my doubts that such a small number of you could be victorious. Yet here you are.
Here I am. Damn right, baby.
Normally I would call that bravado, but it seems your confidence is deserved. Tell me something. Is Alistair always like that?
Oh yes, yes indeed.
Ah, joy. I have yet to hear him speak on any matter more serious than what the cooks are making for dinner. I fear my initial suspicions will prove correct.
Yeah, Alistair's not the
Oh,
brightest
his
bulb
heart
in the
is
shed.
right place.
So she's not the
In that
sharpest
remind
bulb in
me
the
of
shed.
Helen, which is no failing. Now I see Archdemon gesturing to me. There is more work to be done. I must take my leave of you, I fear. Enjoy the rest of the celebration, Warden. I shall speak to you again before the day is done.
No, you won't. Won't even be here, bitch. Won't even be here, bitch.
I am not used to fighting like this any longer.
Was that win? Well, we get to talk to everybody now.
I can barely believe it. You stopped the civil war and then defeated the blight. On behalf of Ferelden, allow me to say thank you. It truly cannot be said enough.
Okay, what? That's what we do.
So I'm learning.
I'm cool as fuck,
It's too
Arleman.
bad that you aren't remaining here in the capital. The hero of Ferelden would have influence, but I understand. Myself, I will be remaining here to help Alistair. Tegan will take over the rule of Redcliffe, at least for the time being.
Ban
Corvus
Tegan.
knows well enough, and Isolde refuses to speak of what happened. She says she never wants to go back. I cannot thank you enough for saving them. They are the joy of my existence. But here I am rambling on. I shall let you get back to your celebration, Warden. Enjoy it while
Yes,
you can.
my celebration, because I did everything. Let's ignore the fact that I would not be here if it was not for my companions. The main one who is not fucking
So
here.
it survived after all. My impression that all creatures made of flesh were hopelessly squishy was, premature.
What I love about that, right, is Shale has died more than any other companion I have in this game. I mean, you're right about most
No
people, though.
doubt. It has proven to me, however, that fleshiness does not automatically mean squishiness. It has made me revise my opinion of its kind, my kind. I am, or at least was, a dwarf.
Yes, you
A
were, Shale.
creature of flesh. I have to keep reminding myself that. In fact, I think I may even try to become one again.
Come again? Come again?
Wynne has offered to accompany me to Tevinter to speak with the mages there. The Circle of Minrathrus has the largest collection of arcane knowledge in Thedas. If it is possible to reverse this process, then the knowledge to do so will be there, or that is my hope.
When you need
And
Kieran
if
in his
not,
anvil.
then I will keep looking. I have nothing if not time, yes?
He'll come with you.
I would not object, but surely it has better things to get up to. I intend to return eventually, unless I finally decide to destroy all pigeons everywhere.
Shield's
That will take
hatred
a
of
while,
pigeons.
But otherwise, I will come back. If it happens to one day see a tiny little dwarf who appears very nervous of being squished, that will be me. Until then, I wish you well. But you have been a fine friend.
Oh, this cough. Don't smoke, kids. You have been a good friend. You have been a useless party member, Shield. That's what you have been. Ashalia?
Underan Atishan Dalan. It is so wonderful to see you again.
I know who
healthy
Ashalia
and
is.
whole. This is
Oh, from the
your
clan.
day, Dalan, and I could not bear the thought of not seeing you on it. It is only too bad the rest of the clan.
Oh,
could
she's the
not
one that
join
told
me
us about my
here.
family, man.
They send their well wishes with me. The keeper was especially proud of the word of your victory. She said she cannot
Yeah,
wait
it's one
to
that gave
tell
us a
the
key
other
to my
clans.
mother's
This
lockbox.
thing you have done, land to settle on. I cannot
Eamon, stop
express
looking at me.
what this means to the clans.
I've always still got a little elf
Imagine
surfing out there
the look on the
scrubbing the
keeper's
stone
face
floor.
when she learns of this. Will you come with me to tell her?
There's nothing keeping me here. There's nothing keeping me here.
Wonderful. You will see the joy this
What?
will bring.
I said there's
It will
nothing
be a
keeping me
day
here.
to remember for a very long
The
time.
fuck?
I could build a house on land that is my own forever. Is that not the strangest thought? But I should not take up so much of your time. Go, Dalan. Celebrate your victory and be merry. The gods smile on you truly.
Yeah, go get pissed. What? Get drunk, bitch. So, I mean, I'm looking at my inventory like, there's anything here I care about? They took my weapons. They
So
took
here
my
we
weapons.
are. The conquering hero has won the day, and now he takes his bow and exits the stage. A fine ending.
Doesn't have to be an ending.
It certainly feels like everyone is heading off on their own paths. You know, I can't help now but think of my vision. The Maker sent me to
I
help
mean, the
you,
difference between
and here's
Liliana
what you did. It's a miracle.
in this game in Inquisition
I've been
compared to
asked by
Morrigan,
the
it's
gentry to
great
return
to
the
just
urn of
swap.
sacred ashes.
Liliana
I
goes
need
from
to
being
make sure
all
it's protected.
cheery and jumpy
Maybe
and Morrigan being
pilgrims
all
can even begin going there
depressing
again.
and wanting to kill everything, and they just swap.
I expect to leave a month from now with a small army of Templars and priests. It will be a grand adventure of my very own. I'm looking forward to it.
You
At
fucking
any
spy.
rate, you should get back to the celebration. We can speak another time.
We can speak another time. Who else we got to speak to? Zevran, Wynn, Sten, Ogren. Let's talk to Zevran
I
first.
will be relieved when all this pomp and ceremony is done. Such events are perfect opportunities for assassins.
I still
after
love
all.
Zevran.
I can't help but expect the crows to appear at any moment, which would be a welcome break, mind you.
Bloodbath sounds
You
like a
see?
fun idea.
This is why I like you. Always game for a little fun. You know, it does occur to me that staying in one place is only going to invite the crows to find me that much quicker, while fun, that might eventually get complicated. You said earlier that you were planning on leaving soon. Is that true?
You want to come along, right?
You tend to get up to interesting things. You meet interesting people and then you kill them. I'm game to tag along if you are.
Hell yeah, baby.
And I promise not to get you into too much trouble. Well, no more than you get me into. Well then, since we're going to be leaving together, we can speak after you have been sufficiently paraded in front of the populace. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on you and make sure no one gets a clear shot. Not without paying me a great
I'll take
deal of
Zevran because I
coin,
love
anyhow.
Zevran. Everyone else can get fucked. Me, Zevran, and Morgan. That's all I need.
The hero of Ferelden. My.
We can kill
How
everything.
does it feel?
It's a little
Of
strange.
that I have no doubt. It's a title you'll be wearing for a long time to come, just as Loghain wore his. But it's not so bad, is it? A blight defeated with the other nations barely becoming aware. Who could ask for better?
I didn't do it on my
I
own.
don't think many heroes ever do. I'm glad not to be on the receiving end of all this attention myself. I say, let the young have their fame.
Should win.
Not that I've gone without notice. Irving asked me to take over as first enchanter, but I don't wish
should
to
do it.
go back. Not after all this.
Be first enchanter, bitch.
Instead, I've decided to travel. Shale has expressed a desire to go to Devinter to look into a way to regain her mortality. And I will join her.
What about your problem?
It's true, I don't know how much time I have. Maybe not very long at all. So, I shall see as much of the world as the Maker allows.
I just realized
this
a
is
really
gift
somber
to
way
me.
to bring the mood down, like,
A nudge in the right
hey,
direction.
what about the fact that
I
you're
doubt we'll
dying?
meet again, young man. If not, please accept my best wishes.
Fuck you, Win. There's Ogren and Sten left to speak to. We'll speak to Sten last. We'll speak to Oggy first.
Humans have a better taste for spirits than I thought. The ale up here is actually
There's a
good.
shame Cardall and that isn't here.
Orsamar ale tastes like dirt in comparison. Probably because they put dirt in it. Go figure.
Does that mean you're staying here?
For now. They may have already branded me a surfacer back home anyhow. I'm getting used to that big sky up there. And I'm thinking I might just look up Felsi again. See where that goes.
You've done
Maybe,
adventuring?
for a bit. Talk to me in a year or
I
so
mean,
when I'm
you've done
bored.
adventuring.
Maybe
He
I'll
ends
think
up in
differently.
Amaranth thing.
And since we're more or less done adventuring for now, I wanted to say you're all right for an elf.
You're alright for a dwarf.
Yes. I don't come by friends very
I
often.
don't get why out of all the party
I'm glad
they
to
chose
call
to send
you
him
one
to
more.
Amaranthian. I mean, I know Win and Shield go off on their own little journey to Devinter. Alistair's king makes an appearance. Liliana you don't see again until Inquisition. Zevran's in Dragon Age 2 and then forgotten about after that for some fucking reason. It would have been amazing in Inquisition as part of the Inquisition. Still pissed they didn't fucking at him.
It
And you
is
never see
good
Stan
to
again
see
neither?
you again, Kadan. These people, they call you hero. It is a strange word, but I think I understand its meaning. The Arishok on occasion has declared a Kunari to be Kunoran Vel, one who serves as an example to others. Such examples are always made after their death, however, a death in service to the Kyun. A living Kunoran Vel would be too proud.
Nothing wrong with little
I
pride.
would argue, had you not ended a blight, for such an accomplishment, there may be allowances.
Exactly, bitch.
What the human custom has in common with our own is that the declaration of a Kunoran Veil is a cause for much celebration. It is one of few occasions
I do
when
like
the
Sten.
Kunari
It's just
are
a shame
permitted
he's
to engage
a
in
useless party
revelry.
member, but I do like him.
There is imbibing of spirits, public chanting, meditations abandoned. It is madness.
Quite a sight.
It is interesting. It can take days for the Ben Hasrath to restore order. There may even be executions. I suppose I should tell you. I have decided to return to my people. Your quest is done.
I will
Thus, so is my reason
not
for
miss you, Stan.
accompanying you.
I like you, but I will not miss you. It's a long trip home, my friend.
Yes. It will be difficult to travel alone, after so much time spent with companions. It must be said, you found my sword and gave me a chance to restore my honor. I owe you a great debt.
You owe me nothing.
It has. That one of the Baz, a foreigner, would become known as Kadan to me. Unthinkable. Yet here it is. Perhaps I shall see you again one day. Until then, may you always find...
I don't think we
the
ever
path
see
you seek.
Sten again, neither.
Farewell, Kadan.
Trying to think, who are the returning characters in fucking Dragon Age games? There's Liliana, Alistair, Morrigan, Ogren in the DLC Awakenings, Zevran has a small part in Dragon Age 2, and that's it. We don't actually, and nobody else
Are you
makes
ready,
it
my
back.
lord? The crowds outside are getting restless.
Let's go.
Right. I'll take you there now. Follow me.
Follow me! In the months that followed their wedding, Alistair and Honora fell into the routine of ruling for Eldon. Honora was a still governor, adept at matters of court, and more than willing to spend her time judging matters of law from the throne. Alistair was happy to let her do so. He travelled frequently, making personal appearances that delighted commoners to no end. News that the Urn of Sacred Ashes had been found in Ferelden did not spread outside the Chantry until Brother Genetivi made an announcement several months after the defeat of the Darkspawn. The manuscript detailing his research and his experience with Andraste's cult drew huge interest among scholars throughout Thedas. Oh, sorry. Some years later, the Chantry announced that the resting place of Andraste's ashes had indeed been found. Yeah, that poor. Following the months of effort, the Tower of the Circle of Magi was finally cleansed. I can't believe it took that long. And slaves shut down the alienage. The new king even named the local elder to his personal court a scandal. Shani continued to be a cunt, basically, and in time became the new elder. Archdemon remained in Denerim, acting as Chancellor and Chief Advisor to King Alistair. I mean, I'm not going to read all these, to be honest with you. The young woman Caitlin eventually made it to Denerim safely and used a small fortune she received for her father's shop to open a foundry while the city rebuilt. The foundry did well, turning her into a wealthy and well-respected woman. By chance, she met Tegan again at court, and within months the two of them were married. The tavern in Redcliffe, now run by Bella, was renamed the Grey Warden's Rest. Every side quest you've done, every option you've give to people, it all comes up in this bit here. It's like it's just story. Echoes with tales of the hero who saved Ferelden and healed the Arl. The Dalish elves prospered after the siege of Denerim, having earned much respect for their part in the battle. The new keeper, Lania, was respected both amongst the Dalish as well as in the Ferelden court. She was a voice of reason, and other Dalish clans would turn to her to help resolve disputes with human folk. Many of the Dalish clans moved to the new lands near Ostagar, wary of their human neighbours. However, tensions soon rose again, and only Keeper Lania's leadership kept peace alive. As for the werewolves, not afraid of their curse, they remained together and took the surname Wolf in memory of what they once were. They eventually became the most successful animal trainers in Thedas, and each year would gather to light a candle in memory of the lady who had loved them so well. Balin proved himself a reformer. Trade with the surface increased, caste restrictions were loosened. See, this is why I picked Balin. The casteless, the poor dwarves, can join the army. They get freedoms. They pushed back the deep roads and got more ties. The warrior noble caste, however, after several assassination attempts, the assembly was dissolved. The king then ruled alone, someone said as a tyrant, others said as a visionary determined to drive Orzamer into the modern world. Brother Bert was Chantry. We don't care about that. Brother Bert resisted and was killed. A fucking exalted march on the dwarves. The dwarven mage Dagner completed her studies and rebuilt the Circle Tower. She published a comprehensive theory on how Lyrium vapors relate to the supply of magic. The Anvil of the Void was destroyed, rumours about its location crept to Orzamer. Years later, thanks to the defeat, a few determined smiths managed to locate the Anvil's remains. They examined the ruins and upon turning to Orzamer, convinced the Shaper to recreate Karen's research. A new golem was created, bound with a spirit taken from the Fade. It went insane, killing several Shapers before it was destroyed. Research was branded excessively dangerous and sailed away. Whispers of his existence circulated through Ozma, however. A demand among the Smith class to reopen the Kirin's research refused to obey it. As good as her word, Morrigan disappeared once the Archdemon was seen. Someone of Morrigan's description was seen travelling alone months later, heading west through the Frostback Mountains, and she may even have been with child. The ring that Morrigan gave Daddy Gladdy remained in his possession. She once claimed that it formed a connection between the two, and there came a night when he was sure that she was thinking of him somewhere. She felt regret and sorrow, but the ring told no more. There was no word on her after that. With Flemeth dead or at least gone, the chance of tracking her down was slim indeed. One cannot help but wonder, however, what became of the child? What were Morrigan's plans? These questions must remain a mystery for now until Dragon Age Inquisition. But myself and the companions who helped defeat the blight eventually scattered to the four winds, drawn either by personal duty or a call to adventure. Circumstances dictated that they would not see each other again, at least for a time. As the blighted lands began to heal and the Grey Ones slowly rebuilt the Order in Amaranthine, they discovered that the fight against the Darkspawn was not yet complete. Although the Horde was rooted and had dissolved upon the Archdemon's death, many of the more powerful Darkspawn survived to organise roving warbands that preyed both upon the land and upon each other. These warbands spread havoc, and some even journeyed west into Orlais, or crossed the shining sea by the deep roads. These tales are yet to be told. This tale ended when Daddy Gladdy sank his blade into the Archdemon's head and destroyed it forever. It was not the last Ferelden would hear of him, however. That's it. That is Dragon Age Origins. And as you can see there's a post-campaign save of the epilogue. So we'll load that, and you can see all it does is it puts you in your camp with your companions. That's literally it. I believe you. there's no way you can go. There's nothing you can do. But it wouldn't be a Dragon Age Origins video if I didn't end it in camp, which is not where I'm ending it, to be honest with you. As much as I am not doing Awakenings, there is one more bit of this game I would like to do. It shan't be today, but it will be at some point. The game is over. You continue to experience adventures through downloadable content. Chronologically, these exploits take place prior to the siege of Denerim. It's a nice little thank you there. As you can see, I'm just out here in the middle of absolute buttfuck, where I can choose to camp for the night or camp for the night. I'd also choose to put my fucking equipment back on. Yeah, you can camp for the night or you can camp for the night. So let's go camp for the night. You see, there's absolutely nothing you can do here. This is the end of the game. All that this does is put you back in camp with everybody. We have absolutely everybody here, including Morrigan. And just to show you, if we go out of the map, this is it. This is where I will make my final save.
Indeed.
Yes.
For Dragon Age Origins. We can go to Soldier's Peak, or we can go to Honolith. That's it. You can do DLC if you haven't already done it, but apart from that, you are completely sailed out of going anywhere. But that is the end of Dragon Age Origins. So we're gonna make a save here, just because I can. We'll go back to the menu and we'll have a quick look at the DLC, and I'll explain which ones I'm going to do and which ones I'm not going to do. Because there is some of the DLC that's it's pointless. So down here in other campaigns is where the DLC sits. ignore the fact that some of these here are different things, right? It's just mods. So, A Tale of Ozma is a DLC, I think. So we've got the Golems of Amgarak, which honestly I'm not going to do. It takes like 20 minutes to do and it doesn't really add much. Liliana's song is interesting if you're interested in Liliana's character. Personally, I don't find it that interesting. Darkspawn Chronicles can be fun. It isn't terrible, to be honest with you. It's not terrible. Awakening, I cannot stand Awakening. I absolutely hate Awakening. Like, absolutely hate Awakening. But that's just me. And then obviously you've got my favourite DLC, which is Witch Hunt. Witch Hunt is the only one I play. If I was going to do all this in order, I would have started with Liliana's song before going into the main game, because Liliana's song does take place before the main game. But then it would be Awakening, Golems of Amgarak, and then Witch Hunt. But Witch Hunt is, I mean, it is the only one I'm going to do. That will be what the next video probably will be Dragon Age Origins Witch Hunt. But that is all we have got for today. So, this is Daddy Grady, signing off. Have a good day.